In this week's Parsha, the Meraglim, the spies, do one of the greatest sins in Jewish history. And the question is, how could it be that such great people who the Torah specifically present were the leaders of their tribes, they were anashim, they were great men, how could they sin so badly? Jonathan Sacks suggests that it's not despite the fact that they were great men, but perhaps because of the fact they consider themselves anashim, great men, that they messed up so badly. In other words, they were afraid to fail. They thought, if we lose this war, it'll make us look terrible, and they didn't want to take the risk. But like the Halig of Bob Dylan teaches us, when you ain't got nothing, you ain't got nothing to lose. And Yeshua and Caleb didn't have this arrogance. They were mevatel themselves. Instead, all they cared about was the Ratzon of Hashem. And because they weren't scared to fail, they were able to take the risk and defend God and His holy land. In other words, there are two ways of looking at life. There's the fear perspective, where I have so much and I don't want to lose it. And then there's the growth perspective, where if I make a mistake, okay, I'll learn from it. I'll redirect. The GPS says, okay, you made a wrong turn, reroute, mess up, where do I go from here? The Halig of Kevin Durant is a very good basketball player. He was asked what made him so great. His answer is quite inspiring. He said, my failures. All those games when I messed up, they drove me to become better. And that's really the right attitude in life. We're all going to mess up. Every day, every one of us are going to mess up. But the key to life is having this growth-oriented attitude. Saying, okay, I messed up. Where do I go from here? Like the Mesilas Yesharim suggests, every night a person should do a cheshbon nefesh and say, okay, what did I mess up yesterday? How do I learn from yesterday's mistake to become better tomorrow? It's a great practice to just journal every night and think, how can we become better? And the Aleph Beta website, they point out something really amazing. There's only 2 times in the Torah where the phrase diba comes up. In this week's Parsha, the spies speak a diba ra'ah, a negative speech against Eretz Yisrael. The second time, by the sin of the spy, of the selling of Yosef, when the brothers spoke a diba ra'ah against their brothers. And the parallel goes even deeper. It was who was involved in the original sin back in Yosef's selling? It was Yehuda, who was the main proponent, and it was the 10 tribes. Yosef was the only innocent one. If you come back now to the sin of the spies, Yosef is still innocent. Yoshua is from Ephraim, descended from Yosef. But now Caleb, the descendant of Yehuda, is stepping up and defending the land of Israel. In other words, perhaps, there's a great fixing, a great tikkun going on, where Yehuda, the greatest Baal Tshuva in Jewish history, the one who messed up by the selling of the brothers, and the one who messed up in Tamar, but he learned his lesson, and then he defended Yosef later in the story. And here too, Caleb is representing this Yehuda mindset of someone who messes up, but he learns from his mistakes, and he grows. May I bless us this week that we all mess up. We're going to mess up. That we don't get discouraged. We don't get scared of failure. We say, okay, I messed up. How do I learn from this? How do I grow from this? I'm a human being. I can only get better from here. You should have an amazing, amazing Shabbos. Good Shabbos.